What up, folks? Everybody out there. We're on Nino's Corner.tv. I'm probably going to put this on YouTube. I'm here with BJ Penn, legend in the UFC, great champion, really good, humble guy. I have the privilege of knowing him. We have the same Mint boxing trainer in Orange County. Guy's really good with his hands, so he's got my respect. Anybody who's good with their hands got my respect. And BJ, man, thank you for joining me, man. You're out on the farm.
Oh, thank you, man. Over here on the big island of Hawaii, just taking it easy. Yeah, it's a taro farm, actually. We grow taro and make poi. So, yeah, that's it, though. Waipio Valley.
How many acres are you on?
4 acres over here.
That's beautiful. So you're self-sustained out there. Like, you're able to, like, so you're
see.
Yeah, let's check it out.
That's the taro farm over there. So we're getting it back going again. We're gonna clean these out, getting the taro patch operational back up again. That's some real good varieties. And yeah.
So a taro farm, what is that exactly?
Oh, sorry. Taro it's a plant actually. The Hawaiians always had it wherever they came from. They brought it with them, and it's always sustained them. It's a good food. It actually it pasteurizes itself. You know, we don't really know how to not everybody knows how to pasteurize things, but not pasteurize. I mean, it ferments itself. So it's kind of just like you keep it in the bag, you eat it the first couple of days, it's sweet, and then it kind of turns sour like yogurt. Some people like it like that. I like it sweeter. It's a really good. You eat it with salty things. You eat it with salty meat. It's a traditional Hawaiian food. It's good.
So are you so you're on a place, you're on a farm, but you're self-sustained there, right? Like you're able to survive out there and be just fine in Hawaii. Right?
I mean, I think Hawaii is easily a self-sustainable state, but we just the way that everything is, the powers that be, everything comes in on the boats, and everything is expensive right now, man. All the materials, of course, gasoline is up. That's gonna bother everything, but all the materials are twice as much. I mean, we're stuck in the middle of the ocean, and everything, everything needs to be brought in. And then we ship all our best stuff out. We ship all our best organic grass-fed meat out, and then we take the shit. You know how it goes.
So Biden's being real good to you right now.
Man, hey, you know what? I want to know, just hearing it from you, what's going on out there? Like, if I had to talk to my, family member who's a lifelong, you know what I mean? Lifelong thinks that they're against, everything that Trump stood for. They think that's lifelong, that they're against that stuff. What do you tell that person? Like, hey, what's going on? I want to know what's going on.
Okay. They don't understand the chess game that's being played here and how society is being manipulated by the mainstream media. So that's the first thing. The first thing is understanding who the enemy is. The enemy is the mainstream media that are control. Well, the globalists, which control the mainstream media. Everything you eat, see, and hear is controlled. It's been given to us. And they've been banking on this for decades, especially after World War II. So now we're at the culmination point. We're at the point now where they're going all in. And it's going to be happening the fall, late fall. They're going all in. And by the way, don't say the word, but just point to your shoulder when we talk about, you know what, because it's on YouTube. But that's the whole objective here, is to get everyone under their kind of spell by the mainstream media and be ready for this new world order that they're ushering in, which is depopulation, which is utter and complete control, totalitarianism. It's slavery, man. It's going to be slavery. It's going to be hell. And it's a spiritual war. And BJ, I know you know something about that. We talked about this before. This is purely spiritual, and you're a highly spiritual guy, man. I talked to you. You're a humble dude. We're on the same wavelength when it comes to that stuff. You're a fellow fighter. and you have a good mind. That's why I have you. I can't get most fighters on here because, I don't know what they'd fucking talk about, but you're different, and that's why I brought you on. And you're a highly capable and spiritual guy. So we talk, and that's my outlook on what's going on, and that's why people are resonating with it. But I know you resonate with it too. And that's why you're on the show. So you give me what you're feeling. What intuitively do you feel is coming down the pike?
I mean, I don't know. You wonder because you see all these. I mean, yeah, you see it that they're talking about doing all these audits in different places, but you don't really see anybody talking about it. I don't see it on TV much. You know what I mean? Any of those things. But I mean, it was strange to have. Usually, I mean, through my whole life, they call the president the next day. This one, it went a week or two. You know what I mean? But it really did make me think. This whole thing about everybody talking about all these elections and all these different things, it really made me think, and I'm just thinking out loud here. It really made me think, like, after George Washington, so everybody's talking about the chain of command and all these things. I mean, it really makes you wonder. I mean, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, I mean, after George Washington, I mean, all these people, I mean, where was the chain of command in those? Would everybody just load it onto a carriage, or was that carriage surrounded by the military? I mean, how would they take those votes to Washington, D.C. back then? I mean, it does make you wonder,
Well, yeah, this has been rigged since the beginning. This has been rigged throughout time.
I mean, I can't sit up here and say anything. I mean, you can get attacked for saying anything, you know what I mean? But it really makes you question, makes you wonder. You sit there and think, how was there ever any real election, And it makes you, it's interesting. It's interesting, man.
Politics is politics for a reason. And I think right now, BJ, is that we're in a great awakening. We're in a great awakening where everything's being revealed, everything's being exposed. So actually what's happening right now are people realizing, like, wait a second, we never had a fair election. It's always presidents have been selected, not elected. You know what I mean? And I think that's the point you're driving at here, is what you're trying to get at here, is that no, there's never been the foul play has been going on since George Washington, since Thomas Jefferson. This has been down the line. This has been going on throughout the beginning of time. It's people's nature.
Right?
Yeah, this is it's always been like this. So this is where we're at now. And this is how, and the reaction that we're getting from the people is we're exposing just how corrupt this system is.
Just thinking out loud, because you hear they were saying in 2016, they were saying that Trump stole the election, and you would think that maybe they know because they had it rigged, or what, that Trump. I don't know. It's just the whole thing. The whole thing. It just
from what I understand,
we never thought about these things before. All we ever did was just watch TV, and here was George Bush and Bill Clinton. I remember Ronald Reagan as a kid, and then George Bush, and then who came after Bush? Bill Clinton, right? Who came next? Obama?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Obama after Clinton.
Or was it Bush twice, then George W. Then it was
after
W.
Bush, it was Clinton.
I mean, Obama twice. Yeah, I mean, I voted for Obama twice. But now looking back, I mean, you just kind of see stuff, and just here I am, a full supporter of Trump's policies, and everybody hates Trump, but nobody likes his policies because he's Trump. People like Trump because of his policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Because everybody makes it personal right away. Oh, he's bad. But you know why? He always played a part in my life, because the Trump Taj Mahal, that's where I did my first UFC fight, my second UFC fight. That was fighting for me the first part of my life, the Atlantic City. Trump is the one that opened it up for the UFC. I mean, when Zuffa, Dana White, and all of them bought it, Trump was the first guy to give him the shot, over there.
So
So
are you
I
like,
always remember him.
so where you're from, BJ, are you kind of an oddity to be a Trump supporter, or are people like against you because of that? Or I mean, it takes some balls to, anybody who comes out and this day and age that comes out and says, "Hey, I support Trump, I support his policies." You have to have a backbone because people will attack you.
I know it's sad. I don't know. I guess it's just, you know what? It just, everybody, it's just like everybody's just divided, and because no matter what, because then the whole time you was like Fox and CNN, and you thought Fox was behind Trump, and then at the end you realize Fox wasn't behind Trump, and then after the whole thing's done, they're right back to the same thing, dividing us, making us. They're right back to the same thing. Me and my uncle are fighting about the same things we were fighting about before the election, after the election, because Fox and CNN or whatever and all that stuff. They put in. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking out loud. That's all I'm doing.
So,
Biden got in, and then Fox and CNN was back to business. Them pushing theirs, the other pushing theirs. And everybody arguing.
they're the same hand that controls both. They're doing is polarizing a nation and dividing. But we are very polarized right now, obviously. And what people need to understand is this great awakening that's happening. This great awakening, even the realizations that you're having, BJ, you understand, you see it for what it is. You're questioning everything right now, and everybody should be questioning everything right now.
Yep. You know what? I believe maybe Joe Biden won in the state of Hawaii, but I'm not joking. I really think, because my mom ran, and we had a lot of support just in the little race for 8,000 voters, and I think they should audit Hawaii just to see, just to take a look. Why not? Why not? Just to bring everybody's faith back into the system. They should audit Hawaii. It's a Democrat state. It's a longtime Democrat state, but there's a big silent majority growing, and just to see, I'm just talking about just the little races. I'm just talking about, maybe even all the way to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs race. But you know what I mean? All of these, they should really think about it, just to take a look. Even just the little races makes you wonder. Everything just, it makes you wonder.
Absolutely. And so what are you seeing with now that, especially in Hawaii, you say everything's double the price, double the cost. What are you seeing in Hawaii now that Biden's been president? How much has it skyrocketed, especially on Hawaii?
Well, just the materials. I mean, you got to buy materials that was $2,000. It's $5,000 right now. I was just trying to build a garage just connected to my house. So yeah, things are up right now. I don't know. Got all this is all back and forth. Capitalism and socialism, and it's just all back and forth, the whole thing. And I don't know, where do you think we are right now? Where do you think this country is? Are people just staying home collecting employment? Do they
that's
need?
what they're going.
The whole time, all you could think was, everybody's business was closed, including all of ours, and the whole time you could just think that, I don't want another stimulus. I just want my friends' businesses to survive. It's all you could think, when all that was happening. Right?
And that was their goal.
I don't want another stimulus. I want everybody's business to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the goal, BJ. They wanted to knock out the middle class, take away the mom and pop shops, take away their businesses, and give it to Target, give it to Walmart. That was one of the main objectives of this virus, right? So that was one of the main things besides this, getting everyone this. So they accomplished that to a degree. What I understand is in this fall, both sides are going in. It's going to get ugly this fall, late fall. They're going all in. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, from what I remember on Hawaii, from being in Hawaii, I remember, man, I went to go buy some milk and it was like $10 or so. How much is milk there? A gallon of milk.
Yeah.
How much is milk, dude? I went there, I was like, kidding me.
Yesterday, but I forgot to buy milk. I would have known exactly I was supposed to buy milk yesterday, but I forgot. Actually, but it's expensive. It's gotta be. It's gotta be up there.
Yeah,
Just
I
like you
mean, I just
said.
remember I was like, dude, they don't have cows. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so you've
Everything
noticed
we
that
send it
because
all the
Hawaii.
way.
What's that?
We send all our food to Whole Foods. We send all our food to all our nice organic grass fed. We send all that to Whole Foods, and then we just take all that when you drive past, when you're driving through like El Paso, Texas, and you got that big, that big cattle farm. That's the kind of meat we take. And we said that's just how it is, right? That's
You're
just,
getting our shit.
yeah, that's just life, I guess. That's just the system that's set up, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I just remember, and you live on such a lush, and look behind you. I mean, it's beautiful, man. What I'm looking at right now looks like paradise. And you pay 2 to 3 to 4 times as much for food there. That's insanity.
Right?
Dude, look what you have behind you. Look at the hypocrisy.
So you know how powerful the shipping companies are coming in. You know what it is.
So let me ask you this, BJ. With the camaraderie we have as fighters, we know a lot of other fighters. And, I've always looked at fighters as myself. We have a fighting spirit. We have that will to endure, and I commend you for coming on the show, by the way. How is it with your circle of friends, the other fighters? How do they view this situation that we're going through right now? I know Tito Ortiz is very outspoken. He ran for politics in Orange County, I believe it was. I think that's where it was. But I know Tito's outspoken about everything. But how's everybody else? How's the circle of UFC fighters and boxers that you know? What's their outlook in all this?
I think about it because I think when you fight for a living, it's tough work, right? It's a lot of work, and I see the different ones out there. I see Hector Lombard from Cuba saying fuck communism. I'm seeing, you know what I mean? I see Kobe Covington. I see a bunch of guys. I see George Masvidal. I see plenty of them. They're all right in there. Dana White. It was and that was I think that was to UFC success that they just kept going forward and just been who they always been. And that's a grassroots. UFC grew on the internet. Trump put them on a few shows when Zuffa got in, and they basically grew on the internet and then got bigger and popular. And then just, they had their hardcore fan base on the internet, and then they got Spike TV, and then they just blew up and they're all the mega stars they are today. But, it's just it's a good, you ask me, I mean, it's a tough company. Everybody wish they're getting paid more, but as far as the way they're running the company, I think it's a good, wholesome company. They're not running it like all these guys trying to play politics and this and that. They're just still trying to do what they always did, find out who the best fighter in the world is. That's all we're here for.
But I mean, your circle of friends, I know the gym you go to and this and that, but what's a consensus on Trump? Like, what do fighters think about Trump where you're at?
Jeez, I don't know. I haven't really talked to that many, to tell you the truth, about it. I mean, I guess I kind of talk to people about it, but Hawaii is a very Democrat state. You know what I mean? I understand that, but some people. I think most people, they're not paying attention. To tell you the truth, most people, they don't pay attention. If you would ask me the number one thing, some would know, maybe some kind of like, but not very many. There's just 90% don't even know.
It's like still a very taboo type thing. I mean, yeah.
Or not taboo. They're just not even thinking about, like, anybody kind of in business and works knows about Trump. You know what I mean? But the
capitalists,
so you go and fish. Yeah, you go and fish, or you just go and, it depends.
So you're saying basically the consensus is that people, they're basically sleepwalking through all this, and they're just kind of like, whatever. It's not they don't have an opinion on it very much.
100%. 100%.
And the fighters that I know are you're right about that, BJ. That's why I brought you on the program, because you're one of the most outspoken ones I've talked to, besides Tito Ortiz. You're outspoken. You put your beliefs on the line. You put your heart out there, and that's what you did as a fighter. That's why you were such a great fighter. But I would say, like, if I had to guess, fighters love capitalism. That's how you get paid. That's how you get paid.
You gotta do your best, man. You gotta do your best in everything you do. What you do every day is what you become. You gotta do your best, right? That's why we're here, man.
So let me ask you this.
It's about.
Let me ask you this, BJ, because it looks like you're getting eaten by mosquitoes or flies or something.
No. I'm good. I'm just thinking. My brain's going.
And I like the shirt, by the way, Ruka. That's a Pat's brand. I love that brand.
Pat Tenori, Ruka, Jason Perillo, our boxing coach. Pat took care of me from day one, man. This guy, Pat, he doesn't want to say it because he's in our industry, but he texts me every once in a while. He loves Trump. He knows about it. He knows.
Absolutely, man. And so let me ask you this. You're going to get in the ring again anytime soon? Or are you just going to train fighters? What do you plan on doing?
Geez, I would. I don't know. Nah, I'm not really a big trainer type guy. I love to train. I'm a training partner. I'm in the gym. I'm working out side by side with anyone. Ask me a question, I'll show you everything I know. But I don't know. I'm not a trainer as day in and day out and get you. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been watching. I've been watching some video on you. You have good hands. Okay, I watch your hands. You got good drill. You got good basics. Your technique is really sound. What is your strength? Would you say jiu-jitsu or boxing now?
Jeez, I don't know. I haven't trained jiu-jitsu for the last year or so. I'm not.
Boxing.
If I would get into some kind of confrontation, I'd start trying to punch the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Man, hey, but you see these guys, you almost want to hit these guys on the news, man. You almost want to just, I shouldn't say that because I probably could get in big trouble. But I mean, they're not telling you the truth, and then that's what it is. You got thieves. It's just like, this is what it seems like to me. You got thieves. There's thieves out there, and they shut down all of Hilo, downtown Hilo, but Walmart was open. You know what I mean? But everybody bombs it. But Walmart, because they sell food, can sell everything that all the shutdown stores can't sell. You know what I mean? But what really woke me up was when they shut down my gyms and making everybody wear masks. And everybody, and they shut down my gyms. How much money was it making when my gyms were shut down? The whole year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all those kind of things. And the politicians just let that kind of stuff happen. And just so they can fit in with their friends in Washington, they're the CNN superstars and all that kind of stuff. That's when I was just like, come on, man. And throughout the whole time, I mean, I don't know how it all works. I mean, I'm not for the mask or anything. I'm for hype. Not once have we ever talked about building our immune systems. We know it as fighters. I mean, one of the most taxing things on your body is the workout itself. You work out 5 days, you can start getting a cold sore on your mouth. I mean, that's some hard work, man. Your
immune system shuts down. Yeah.
Yeah, you get sick before fights. I mean, it's just common. I mean, you either got it or you either learned it. My young kids don't know it. They all just constantly overtrain themselves. But we know about our immune systems. We know that you go out for 5 days and, you want to get sick, go to the bar 5 days straight. And I bet you on the 5th day out there, you'll start getting sick. You know what I mean? Go out to the bar. On the 5th day, you'll start feeling sick, man.
100%.
Because your immune system drops. And no one ever talks about that. And, and I don't know. But I'm not trying to say, well, they should have did something special for the gyms. I'm just trying to say, they shouldn't have shut us all down.
Yeah, but
if I was there, what would you have done, BJ? I would have said, if you're afraid that you're going to get sick, stay home. Everybody else, you want to work, go work. Stay home. You're afraid, stay home, stay away from everybody.
They shut down the gyms, but they kept the liquor stores open.
Yep. No, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I mean, is it that obvious?
It
You
is
wonder,
that
I mean,
obvious. It's
is it that
engineered,
obvious?
BJ.
It's not thinking,
It's
right?
engineered. It's engineered.
Liquor was essential. Liquor was essential, but school wasn't essential for my kids. But liquor was essential. You know what I mean? And it just makes you. I'm not sitting here. I'm not trying to jump to any conclusions, but it just makes you think. And it just the thieves, like you said, there had to have been a big transfer of wealth because I lost money in that. So people must have spent that money somewhere else because the gym was closed, and everybody and the whole time. I mean, I know there's got to be some kind of real coronavirus thing because there is people getting sick and dying. There's something out there. But the whole time, through 2020, many times, how much people are going to walk up to me and shake my hand, and I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm going to shake his hand, look him in the eye. You know what I mean? He came up to shake my hand, man. Maybe I inspired him one day. Now he's inspiring me by saying that I inspired him. I shook thousands of hands going through airports and everywhere throughout the whole country. You know what I mean? And maybe there is something. Maybe the tests are faulty. I don't know. But I was out there, and when people want to take a picture of me, I tell them, take off your mask. No one's gonna know who you are. How are they gonna know? Why are you gonna take a picture with me with a mask on? No one's gonna know it's you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those just aren't things that were ingrained in us.
Yeah.
It's just all that, man. And it just got me to thinking, and I don't know.
So you're realizing this. You're having your own awakening, like we all are.
Man, it just makes you wonder, man. Makes you. I just see that they're not letting you have money. So what are they doing? And then I see it. You try to get an Uber, and it takes 2 hours now, and all this and that. Before that was just like that, and then you hear that they're just jumping on unemployment because of the gas or whatever, and it's just like, I mean.
You got a good point there. You got a point. I can't get an Uber either. They take forever. And you're right. It's the gas.
And then they're jumping on, unemployment.
Yeah, this is and the hard part for people to believe in all this is that this is engineered. They're guiding us in the desired direction.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I do want to see them audit Hawaii just so I could see every single one down to the bottom, down to every county. I want to see it down to every county. I just want to take a look.
But you also feel they should audit the whole. We should audit the whole United States.
That's a lot of work, huh?
We should audit the whole damn country.
Why wouldn't you? Every single time since the days of George Washington, right?
BJ, I want to say thank you for coming on here. I won't keep you much longer, dude. That's a powerful statement. Let's audit Hawaii. I agree with you.
Thank you, man.
And I hope to see you in the ring again. I would like to get back in the ring. My back hurts like a motherfucker, but hey, I mean, I never know. But dude, I'm a big. Listen, man.
This guy is an animal. Anybody watching this thing, and I know from Jason Perillo, I know from watching it myself, I know from Samson. Man, they all love you. They just said that's a warrior, man. And that's why I always talk about you punching one of those guys, one of those journalists one day.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now, BJ.
Didn't they say though that because everything's going on with all these audits that they're probably expecting violence or whatever? So yeah, remember
we need to be ready
on that because you do everything the right way. Everything that happens, everything's got to be the right way. I believe in the police force. We're behind them. We're behind the policemen, the firemen. We're behind everybody. Okay, I love everybody. You guys take it easy.
Take it easy, BJ. Thank you.
Man. Take it easy.
God bless.
We'll talk soon.
All
Aloha.
right.